Question: how can you migrate an on-premise database to AWS? Answer: migrating an on-premise database to AWS involves several steps and considerations. Here are a general overview of the process. Number 1. Assess the database. Evaluate the on-premise database to understand its structure, dependencies, size, and performance requirements, any potential compatibility issues or modifications needed for the migration. Number 2. Plan the migration strategy. Determine the best migration approach based on your specified requirements. AWS provides multiple migration methods including Database Migration Service (DMS). AWS DMS is a fully managed service that simplifies database migration. It supports homogeneous migration, same database engine, and heterogeneous migration, different database engines. DMS can perform continuous replication or one-time migration based on your needs. B. Backup and restore. Take a backup of the on-premise database and restore it into an AWS database service like Amazon RDS Relational Database Service or Amazon Aurora. This method is suited for some database engines but may involve longer downtime during the migration process. C. Export and import. Export the on-premises database as a logical backup file, example SQL dump CSV, and import it into the target AWS database service using standard import mechanisms. This method may require additional transformation or data mapping steps. Number 3. Prepare the target environment. Set up the AWS infrastructure and services required for the migrated database. This may involve provisioning instances, configuring storage, setting up networking, and ensuring proper security controls. Number 4. Data replication synchronization. If using AWS DMS or continuous replication, set up the replication instance and configure the source and target endpoints. Configure the necessary mappings and transformation roles to ensure data consistency and integrity. Number 5. Perform the migration. Execute the migration plan based on the chosen method. This may involve starting the application, restoring the backup, or importing the data into the target AWS database. Monitor the migration process to ensure it progress as expected. Number 6. Validate and test. Verify the migrated database's functionality and integrity by performing comprehensive testing and validation. Test the critical business process, perform data consistency checks, and compare the migrated data with the source database to ensure accuracy. Number 7. Update application configuration. Modify your application configuration to point to the new AWS database. Update connection strings, credentials, and any relevant configuration settings to ensure seamless connectivity. Number 8. cut over and go live. Plan and schedule the cut over from the on-premises database to the AWS database. This involves regarding the application traffic to the AWS database and finalizing any remaining steps such as DNS changes or firewall updates. Number 9. Monitor and optimize. Continually monitor the performance and health of the migrated database in AWS. Optimize the database configuration, storage and networking settings based on your application requirements. It's important to note that the migration process may vary depending on the specific database engine, application requirements and migration tools used. Therefore, it is recommended to refer to the AWS database migration service documentation and specific migration guides provided by AWS for your database engine to ensure a smooth and successful migration process.